Hello everybody, I wanted to talk a little bit about this new guitar which is called Squier. It's a Fender Squier Stratocaster. It's a new release. I think it's come out in the last 5-6 months, and I actually bought two of these, this being the red and there was a black before this. And while I saw these guitars online, I really wanted to own them for a couple of reasons, and I like them even better than the Bullet Strat for a few reasons. Now let's go into those reasons. The first reason was Bullet Strats don't come with 22 frets. This has got 22 frets. Bullet Strats end with 21. This has got the additional 22, so you get the D note over here. The second reason was it had a hard tail. Now I do know that bullets also come with hard tails. However, where I live, I have not seen a bullet with hard tail. So if I wanted a Stratocaster with hard tail, this was most likely my only option in the budget category. The next thing I liked was the keys. I felt that these keys are better than the bullet keys. Would be easy to find replacements also for these keys. Bullet keys I think are hard to replace. This I think would be easy to find. They're nice and closed, good enclosures, and for some strange reason this comes with a golden square logo and the bullet comes with black. Now there is some speculation where people have told that guitars with golden logos generally are better. I don't know how far that is true, but do I like a golden square logo or a black square logo? I think I like the golden one better. So these were few reasons that convinced me to buy not one but two of these guitars. So what I did was I ordered the black one first, because the black one was costing about $120, I suppose. I think $150, $120 where I live, and this they wanted about $15 more. So I ordered the black one and I was waiting for the red one's price to come down. The black one came, I played it for a couple of days. I noticed that the string action was high, and anyways I didn't mind it too much. I continued playing for a couple of days, and then due course in about 4-5 days I changed strings and I put D'Adrio's ones. I don't know the gauge of the strings that came with the guitar. It may have been 0.9s, but I put on ones on them, and I continued playing. But the string height kept increasing, and it became very hard for me to play on the black guitar. In due course, I ordered this guitar also, and this guitar came about 15 days later compared to the black one. This one was good out of the box compared to the black one. It was set up just right. It felt just right out of the box. That was not the case with the black one. So the black one, I tried adjusting the saddles. I tried to bring it lower. That would not work. In the end, I was left with only one option, and that was to tighten the truss rod. And when I did that, when I tightened the truss rod a little bit, my first 3 frets started buzzing, especially the first 3 strings, and it was more pronounced on the second and third string. So if I loosened the neck, it would become playable, but the string height would be too much, and if I tightened the neck, the first 3 frets would be buzzing. That was the issue I had with the black one. I just could not get around it. I called up the company that I bought the guitar from to see if I could return it. They told me I've called a couple of days late. I've called on the 12th or 13th day, and I should have called between 10 days to return it. So that didn't work out, and eventually I just dumped the guitar. I got so frustrated, I dumped it in the bin. I've retained this guitar though. I like this one quite a bit. This one also has some problem with the jack, I think. I think there's some loose contact somewhere. I'll probably open it up and check it myself. But this guitar generally is a better guitar than the black one. So these are some of the reasons I like this over the Bullet. I'll summarize it again. 22 frets, I think better keys, and on this I am able to buy a fixed bridge which I'm not able to buy where I live on the Bullet Strat. Coming to the negatives of this guitar, there are quite a few. I think if you get a good piece, you're lucky. If you get a bad piece, you should immediately return it and not wait for a couple of days. The moment you feel the guitar is not going the way you like it, I think do not delay like me and return it from where it came ASAP. Give it a shot, try to adjust it, but if it does not adjust, then do not wait. Just return the guitar if you have the opportunity to do so. The other thing that you'll notice with this guitar is the body is very, very light. It's a very, very light body. It does not have a problem with balancing as such. It stays just okay, but the body is extremely light, and because of that, I think it hampers the sustain a little bit. So sustain actually goes down on this particular guitar. Apart from that, it's a beautiful guitar. The neck is made of maple at the back, and I don't even see a joint over here. I think this is just one piece maple. I'm not sure though. It looks like a one piece maple neck, and the fretboard is called Indian Laurel or something like that. It's supposed to be close to rosewood in terms of species. It feels dry though. Rosewood I don't think feels so dry. This feels dry, and I've also applied Jim Dunlop cleaner and conditioner, but even after that it feels a little dry. Maybe just the properties of the wood. The other thing that I would want you to note is the body is light up, and apart from that, these pickups are extremely low output. When I say extreme, I really mean extremely low. So I've got another Strat which is a Mexican Strat, the old ones. It's G5, and those are ceramic pickups, and they're very hot. These pickups I think are the least hot pickups I have played on a Squier guitar. I think the Bullet pickups also are hotter than this. The standard is definitely better, much better than this, and affinity also is better than this. This is very, very low output pickup. It's in the, I think the other low output pickups that I have experienced, or it was very bright, was on this classic vibe, Squier classic vibe 50s. I felt those pickups were low output and very twangy, very sharp. These are not very sharp, but these are very low output. Especially if you switch from something like a Epiphone Les Paul Plus Top Pro or a Epiphone 339, which I recently bought. You got to turn the volume on the amp to almost double to be in the same ballpark. They are that low output. That may not be a negative. Sometimes low output pickups are very dynamic. So I don't think that's a negative or a positive, but just be mindful that these pickups are extremely low output. They sound good, but very low output. So that's it. This is the guitar, and I quite like this one. I especially like the color. Kind of reminds me of the Gary Moore Strat or the Hank Marvin Strat. The switch quality is okay. The knobs are just about okay. So the thing is, I mean, it's better than an acoustic guitar. Now this is where I think the guitar would fit in. I think if you're a learner, you're going to start playing the guitar, this is any day better than acoustic guitar. Acoustic guitars are plain simple, hard to play. I think if you buy a guitar like this, and if you get a good piece, and if you buy a low cost amp with little bit of reverb, I think you're good and set to go. So this may be a better solution than buying an acoustic guitar and starting off. It can also be a guitar that you may want to relic, but because it's so cheap, it's about $120, and at that price, it's better than relicking a Mexican, or even for that matter, a classic vibe or an affinity or a standard. I mean, if you want to go the relic route, this would be it. And if any one of you take the paint off on the body, you should let me know what wood this body is made of. I would want to believe that it's not plywood, but it definitely feels very light like plywood. I hope it's not plywood. I hope it's some sort of a wood that is very light. So if any one of you discovers what wood is under this paint, let me know. So that's the story with this guitar. At $120, you be the judge whether they are better or not compared to the Bullet. I think the Bullet had its own set of advantages. I think the Bullet definitely comes with a better body compared to this. I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I played one, but yeah, but I think the Bullet is slightly better than this. If on the Bullet they put 22 frets, and if they have keys like this, I would buy the Bullet with my eyes closed. So Bullet 21 frets, and I don't like the keys on them. So that's the reason I have not been buying the Bullet. So this is my review of the Fender Squier Stratocaster. Remember, this is M for money, double M, Squier Stratocaster. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you liked the review, give it a like, and you can check out other videos also on my channel. If you like the channel, then please subscribe. That would help. Thank you, and I'll catch you next time. Take care. Bye bye.